Very good morning, friends. This is I AriseRoby from Masterminds, and today's topic is about Zen. That's it. So, talking about Zen, how many of us know about the very first Zen master was Bodhidharma? And Bodhidharma was none but is one among the prince of Pallava Dynasty. He is the third son, and moreover, he was very much interested towards Buddhism, and that too Mahayana form of Buddhism. And later, it was that particular whom the Guru was asking him to go to China in spreading this particular concept, and later it was called as Zen. So, the very first Zen master was Bodhidharma, and it is today we are going to see about what is Zen. And many people used to confuse this particular word Zen. So, Bodhidharma took this concept from India. So, this is Bodhidharma, and when you just intrude and then when you just see most of the pictures of Bodhidharma, he used to be like this, and moreover, the historical concepts and what I have came across in researching about Bodhidharma, I just came to know that the physical nature of Bodhidharma used to be like this, and when he traveled to China, he was prone to many difficulties. There were so many obstacles for him. So now coming to Zen. What is Zen? Actually, Zen is nothing but it is living in the present. And moreover, Gautama Buddha, he taught Dhyan or meditation. In Tamil they call it as Dhyanam. But hundreds of years later, Bodhidharma, when he took this concept to China, it was called as Chan. And when later, this particular Chan, what happened, it spread into Indonesia, Japan and many other Asian countries. So, automatically this particular Chan became as Zen. So, we have also come across a lot of Zen stories, the Zen master stories, and which has been one among them bedtime stories for our children. Yes, what is this about Zen? Let us see now. So, how Bodhidharma meditates, and when we were able to come across this particular concept, we came to know that Bodhidharma used to face a wall. He never used to face the disciples, and he never used to meditate. And whomsoever comes and asks question, he replies just like that. So, and still these caves are there in China. So, if you are having a chance, you can even visit these things and come to know about it. Coming to this particular word, Tamilan. Normally, Bodhidharma belonged to this particular clan called Tamil. And always these Tamil people used to have this wording that Tamilan endra oru inam undu, thaniye avanukku oru gunam undu. And even this Shaolin Kungfu kind of all these kind of the people of China, the martial arts which they used to practice were all taught by the great Buddha. And now coming to know about what is Zen, let us see here. It is not a religion in the sense of being Hindu, Mohmedian, Christian, etc. So then what is Buddhism or what is Zen? Please don't confuse with Zen and Buddhism. Zen is nothing to do with Buddhism. And moreover, to call it as Zen Buddhism, the concept itself is wrong. Because Zen is something oriented not in the past and not in the future. That is, it is not oriented in the past, it is not inspired by the future. It has nothing to do with future at all. It is living your life passionately, intensely, ecstatically, each and every moment. That is Zen. So, moreover, Zen is something living in the Zen is living in the present, because our mind always it worries about the future with a lot of expectations. What would happen? If it is happening like this, what we can do? If it happens like this, what we have to do? And it also dwells in the past about what the thing has happened earlier. So why it has happened to me? Why it is troubling me like this? Why it is chasing me like this? All the bad events, all the troublesome which has happened in the past, they used to worry about it till now. So, and now coming to Zen, Zen is tremendous blow to the mind. It cuts all these kind of thinking, it destroys it, and moreover, it takes you something beyond everything and make you to think about the present alone. Zen is a sudden kind of enlightenment, you can say. It is a sudden kind of enlightenment, and moreover, Zen is not an ideology, it is not a philosophy, it is living in an existential way and not an intellectual way, because there is nothing to do with intellect. Once when you find to be intellect, a lot of problem comes and cuts your mind. So it is always something where you are prone to live in an existential way. Zen is not concerned with words, concepts, theories, hypotheses, assumption, beliefs. Its total concern is with immediate reality. Live in the present, live reality. Don't live in the real life. This is what I too like to say to the younger generation. Most of you people dwell in the real life. Don't live in the real life. Live in the real life. Live in the present to be successful. The reality has to be encountered without any barrier. That is the foremost principle of Zen. Unless your whole mind is put aside, you cannot understand Zen. Yes, of course. Because if you look upon your mind that we need to live in the present and other things, definitely you cannot practice Zen. So unless you put that particular aside, automatically you can practice Zen. Zen is not an ideology. It is not a philosophy. It is a living in an existential way, as I have told, not in an intellectual way. Their reality has to be encountered without any barrier. Unless your whole mind is put aside, you cannot understand Zen. This is what is the reality that you need to know. Zen is not concerned with words, as I have told. And moreover, it is essential that people should to live in the present. So Zen is a transcendence of mind, and moreover, it goes beyond the mind to enter into life hero and even more than that. So please don't confuse that. Moreover, what is about Zen and how we are going to be. You are not to be a sadomasochist. You are not to be an escapist. You are not to be a fanatic. You are not to be a phony, a holier than thou, an egoist. You just have to be ordinary, utterly ordinary, in tune with life, harmonious with life. Yes, that is Zen. And moreover, finally, what is Zen? In simple words, if you want me to say, James Broden actually he has said very simple and each and everyone can understand. Zen is another word for zest. That is, you have to live your life passionately, making life a joy, a festival, a feasting, a love, a laughter. He is right. Yes, I am right. And yes, you are wrong. And all these things. Just give it up and then you gallop and you just ride your own horse.